For the purpose of today's video, we're going to be testing the built-in microphones of the GoPro Hero 11. We're going to see all the various settings like wind, wind off, wind auto, and see how they compare to each other. I've set up a fan so we'll be able to determine how well the camera with its internal electronics can reject wind noise. So right now what we're listening to is the camera set with the wind filter off. This is just regular audio. We're shooting in 4K, 24 frames a second. I have the camera zoomed in. We're under 3200 degrees Kelvin, and I'm using a tungsten light to light myself. So let's see, let's hear what this camera sounds like. And now we're going to change the settings. I've now changed the settings of the camera to have the electronic wind filter turned on. Even though there is no wind present, I want to see how this electronic wind filter just affects regular talking voices. So we'll see if there's any distortion to my voice with the wind filter on or with the wind filter off. I've now set the wind filter to the auto position. Even though, again, there is no wind blowing on the camera, let's see if there's any difference between the wind filter being set to on or being set to off. Is there any distortion in my voice? Does auto introduce any unusual artifacts? So let's have a listen to that. This test is now with a fan directed at the camera to hear some wind noise. The wind filter in the camera, the electronic wind filter inside the camera, has been turned to the off position, and the fan is about 5 feet away from the camera, pointing at about a 45-degree angle from the bottom. It's mainly hitting the front microphone of the camera. So let's hear what that sounds like with the wind filter off. So I've now engaged the wind filter on. This is a test with a fan blowing directly at the camera, about a 45-degree angle to the camera. And we're going to now hear if there's any difference. Did the electronic built-in wind filter clear up some of the wind noise or not? So let's just have a listen to that, and we'll do the next test. This test is a wind test again, with a fan pointing straight at the camera at about a 45-degree angle, hitting mainly the front microphone of the camera. The camera's wind filter, internal electronic wind filter that is now set to the auto mode. So let's just hear if this auto wind filter does anything different than the other settings. In this test, I have placed a couple of dead cats on the camera. One dead cat is on the front microphone. There's also a microphone on the left side of the camera. That's the opposite side of the battery door. And so I placed two little dead cats, taped those on, to see if that alleviates any of the wind noise. The camera has the electronic wind filter turned off right now. So hopefully this gives us a nice clean audio signal, and we'll go with that. In this test, I have placed a dead cat on the front microphone and on the left side microphone. I've also turned on the electronic wind filter. The fan is still blowing on the camera, so we're going to see if there's any degradation in the sound when the electronic wind filter is turned on in combination with the dead cats. In this test, there's dead cats on the front and left side of the camera covering the microphone ports. I've turned the internal wind filter to auto just to see if that changes the sound from the previous two tests. I hope these tests have been helpful to you in determining how you wish to set up your GoPro camera to deal with wind noise. From my own listening to these tests, I found that the built-in electronic wind filter, when turned to steady on, causes a degradation of the sound that I'm not happy with. The auto wind filter seems to help. However, I'm thinking that the best solution would be to use appropriate dead cats on the camera to eliminate the wind noise as best as possible, since when you turn on this electronic wind filter, the loss in sound quality is significant to my ear. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, put in your comments below, and of course subscribe to my channel, and I hope to bring you some more great content. See you soon.